Join us in this episode as we go on the maple trail at the farm. We borrow a car to explore the local area. We reach dizzying heights at the CN Tower in Toronto, and the boys have the best time ever driving ATVs around the trails at the farm. Good morning. Well, we all slept well last night, I must say, and the boys had such a time last night. They were out here with the fire going, playing the music on the stereo on the outside speakers of the RV, and George said this is his favourite stop yet. Incredible. Anyway, I will show you around this farm. It looks amazing. Also, Fred, the dad of the owner, came along this morning just to say good morning, and what a character he is. He's in his 80s, he's an RVer, and he looks absolutely amazing. So we're going to meet him in a bit, and we will show you around this awesome farm. Look, he's even got some RVs down the bottom there that he's storing for the trailer guys down the way. Anyway, here's our pitch, and it is perfect. There's plenty of space, I think, for about 5 or 6 RVs down here, and it's on Harvest Host. We found this one, and we're going to do the maple experience this morning and then decide what we're going to do. George loves this place and wants to hang on. It's his birthday tomorrow. Maybe we'll hang on here, maybe we'll head in. I mean, we wanted to be in Toronto for his birthday, so we'll see how that pans out. But the guys here are so welcoming, really are, so we may even hang out here for today. But we managed to get the RV level last night with some chocks under the legs there. That certainly wasn't without its dramas, eh? Getting them legs stuck last night. Goodness me. You guys ready?
No!
Come on, let's do this, man. Let's get the day started. So this is a Christmas tree farm as well as maple syrup, and they do plant the trees right here, look, you'll see, and it can be up to 8 years for the Christmas trees to be ready. So yeah, they've got ones at all kinds of stages in their life.
What a beautiful fresh day for a walk in the woods.
You all right, George?
Yeah.
You got a tree there? Look, these are freshly planted ones in this field here, look. They're tiny. And this is where it's all happening, I think. Maple Syrup Museum of Ontario. And right here is our host, Derek.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, buddy. Good morning.
How's everybody today?
Oh, fantastic, thank you. How are you?
Excellent, thank you.
Look at this. Okay, this is something special, isn't it? Look at this. Guys, this was Derek's father, Fred, and he was our guide for this morning. Fred took the time to show us the different trees they had on the farm.
The only way you can tell the difference between a fir and a spruce is the fir has a totally flat needle, whereas the spruce species all have a round fat needle.
Well, learning all about trees and I'm loving it.
He led us along the maple trail through the woods to an old barn.
So everybody knows my name is Fred Elliott. I always start off this way anyway. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the sugar maple tree today. 90% of the world's sugar maple trees grow in Canada, which means that we produce 90% of the world's maple syrup. The biggest producer is the province of Quebec. The second biggest producer is our province, the province of Ontario. But the thing about Ontario maple syrup, we feel that we make the best.
Fred went on to explain how they tap into the trees to extract the sap into the buckets that are hung around the tree.
After 5 years, that'll be totally healed over again.
We then moved on to an area that they heat the sap and turn it into the maple syrup that we know and love.
So this was bottled on Thursday. That's the end of her bottle. So that's dark.
Fantastic.
It hasn't been labeled yet.
Wow.
So come on in here, folks. There's something interesting I want to show you. So raw sap, you can't tell it from water. And if you taste it, there's just a slight taste of sugar because the sugar content's only about 3%. But what I want to show you, and you're the only people that have ever seen this because we've never had people back here before we've cleaned our pan before. I talked about the 42 minerals and vitamins and the 10 antioxidants. Well, this raw sap that looks like water has invisible suspended sand in it.
So they make about 1 litre of maple syrup from 40 litres of sap by evaporating it. Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
they heat it up really quickly and evaporate.
Right. Fred then got his log splitter up and running and showed us how simple it splits logs to burn on the fire so they could heat up the sap. So apparently there was 4 inches of snow on this yesterday and it cleared just before we got here. So they have to plan ahead, and these trees here are sugar maple trees and they won't be ready to tap for about 30 years. 8 to 10 years for the Christmas trees, about 30 years for these sugar maple trees.
And when you harvest a potato crop, you get no organic matter back. So
Fred explained how the farm grew potatoes for 40 years until he made some changes and it evolved to be the Christmas tree and maple syrup farm that it is today.
So this big, what they call a star bud at the top, it'll be this year's growth. And once they get the root system in, they will give you that kind of growth every year. Once they get their roots established. So this grove is 5 years old.
This is lovely. We've had such a lovely walk and we've learned about the difference between firs, pines and spruces, and we've talked about how the maple is created by the trees, how deep the roots go, how clear it comes through, and about tannins, and it's been such a lovely walk as well, hasn't it? While we've been on this trip, I've been using a mini iPad to do my work, and it's very strange. I feel like I've got sausage fingers. I'm not quite good enough, but I'm getting used to it. I am getting there. This is progress. It's progress. I've always valued my online privacy and data protection, but I hadn't really realised until we started working with Incogni, who sponsored this video, I hadn't really realised how invaluable all my data is. There are data brokers who collate huge lists of lots of people's details. So they might have your name, address, date of birth. They're the easy ones. How about your bra size because you've been searching for new bras online? How about what night you're going to be looking to watch a cabaret show in a different city? That information is really valuable. Have you ever noticed how you start looking for one thing in a search and then you're targeted with lots of ads for similar products, maybe from different companies, maybe the same company? That's one way that your data is being used on these lists. Another way is that baddies have got hold of these lists and they're looking out to scam you or someone you know or someone you love. The good news is we own our own data and we've got the right to ask those data brokers to take our details off their lists. All our information is already out on the internet somewhere anyway. It would be a huge job to get in touch with all of those data brokers and remove our details, and that's where Incogni is invaluable. Incogni is a service that works on your behalf in 3 simple steps. The first is you set up an account using the link in the description. The second is you grant them permission to work on your behalf. And then the third, well, that's the easy bit for us. We sit back and let Incogni do their work. The whole process is automated. Incogni contact the data brokers, make the requests, deal with any objections that the brokers may have, and then give us regular updates. We have a dashboard that we can log on and see, but they also send us regular reports by email. If you're interested in increasing and enhancing your digital privacy and you want to try Incogni with a huge discount, use the link in the description and add the code RADFORDS at checkout. That'll get you a 60% discount off an annual plan.
This museum is a collection of over 50 years. The museum used to be in St. Jacobs, Ontario, which is really it has one of the biggest maple festivals in the world, about 45 minutes from here. Moved here about 2 years ago.
Derek explained some of the history in the museum and showed us some of the old ways they used to make maple syrup in the past. Then came the moment we'd all been excited for. It was time to taste the different blends of maple syrup that they make on the farm. Okay, we're going to start with the light syrup. Oh my word.
Oh, I like that.
That is amazing. Okay, number 2, it's the middle one, the medium one.
That's maple syrup how yeah.
It tastes sweeter, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It tastes like maple syrup you get at home. That's lovely. So you've had rich tea, and just way more rich.
Right, now the dark one. Oh. Much sweeter, much stronger. Although I think I prefer the light one. The light one goes down easier. That was lovely.
I cannot believe I'm slurping syrup like shots. So far, the amber's my favourite.
So now we got the sugar. Yeah. Next, we got to taste the maple sugar that they make. It was amazing, and we were all like kids in a candy store. It's like a sugar fudge that melts in your mouth. And I got a waffle with maple syrup, cream, and some maple sugar. Perfect. Listen, Derek's offered to lend us his car so we can get around while we're here, and he recommends that we go to Elora. Now, I said if we go to the village this afternoon, Elora, and then tomorrow head into Toronto. What do you think? Huh? Stay for another night, and then we'll have a beer with Derek later. Toffee on a stick.
So this is taking the maple syrup
Thank you.
and boiling it even further, making it more like molasses.
And pour it hot on there on the ice.
Oh wow.
And this is the car that Derek's lent. It's the Golf GTI, and it's got 320,000 kilometres on the clock. But she's cracking. And driving on the wrong side's one thing. I've got used to that with the RV, but I've got to change gears with my right hand. This is cool. We've even got a sunroof. Look. Fantastic.
Here's your neighbors.
Fantastic. We'll meet them later.
Hey neighbors!
Nice one.
Have a great time, guys.
Thanks, buddy. We'll be back 5, 6 o'clock.
Sounds good. We'll be down.
So George says this is his favourite stop ever. Did we pull it out of the bag for your birthday or what, Georgie? Yeah. So we've driven about half an hour and we're at a little village called Elora, which he recommended we come to. And I've got to say, at face value, looks beautiful. You were curious how much the houses were?
Yeah.
What do you think?
We could do a straight swap.
Right, isn't
We'd
it?
have lots of land and probably a pool.
That's like 600 grand.
Right. But of course that's Canadian, so...
It's really...
And here's a little bit of history of Elora. If you want to read it, pause the video right now. Look at that beautiful thing. Huh? That is perfect. So after a wander through the historic village of Elora, down to the mill and a look around the shops, we were all getting a little peckish. So we had a wander through to see what's what, and we've decided on fish and chips, and the other two have gone for pizza over there as well. How is it, my love?
It's really good fish and chips.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah? What pizza do you get, boys?
Meat lovers.
Okay, enjoy. Right, we've walked across the road to the cellar where we've grabbed a seat right next to the river here, which is beautiful. And I'm sampling a bit of the local Elora Brewing Company beer, which is very nice, I must say.
I've got the greenest margarita I have ever seen.
That was perfect, but check out this behind me. Look how cool that building behind me looks. Love that. So what do you think of this place?
Oh, lovely.
Isn't it?
Really nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good.
You can see why you recommended we come and check this out.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that was a lovely way to spend the afternoon. Right, let's get back to the car now. Grab a few beers for tonight, I think. Probably fill the car up with fuel for him as well. And head back to the van. And back to the car and a Golf GTI as well. Where else do you go when you turn up and your host just lends you his Golf GTI for the day? So Linz was on about this would be the same kind of pace if we had a truck and trailer.
Yeah.
So we could just park the trailer up and then go and explore in the truck. So
Because everywhere's so far apart and also so
Right.
enclosed as well, it's just not practical to bring a caravan into town, for example, is it?
right on red. Let's not forget that. Keep forgetting right on red. Even in Canada. Look. So yeah, there we are. We are seriously discussing maybe a truck and a trailer. When we got back to the farm, we got a little fire going and was chatting with Fred until Derek came by. We all shared a few beers, and whilst Derek was chatting with the boys, Harry mentioned the ATV.
How fast do these things go?
They're not fast. You're welcome to take it for a spin if you
Really?
want.
Because I'm not I've got my first driving lesson in 2 weeks, right?
Well,
And
I think you can handle this. George, you want to go for a ride?
absolutely.
Oh my days, what is
You have to put it in high.
Before we knew it, Derek started the ATV, gave the boys a quick lesson, and they were off. You're not letting him ever go, are you?
I'm letting them go.
Oh dear. And if Lindsay's going to see this in a minute. Oh.
It actually doesn't go fast, so they're good.
Oh. I am.
He's the one who overturned the buggy in the dunes.
He said not to say anything about that.
In the proper upload.
Head up around the barn and go up.
Next up, it was George's turn to have a go.
Go take the maple trail you were on today.
Stay away from the little trees. Don't forget how them little tiny
Don't
trees.
break anything.
No.
And don't run over anything.
Trust me, I've done
You're gonna be fine.
Hey, some respect. What do you like?
Don't figure it out. No, it's a rough and tumble machine. It only goes 30 kilometers max.
All right. Okay.
They're gonna be fine. One of the things you may want to share on this is you're at an interesting time between Canada and the United States.
Yeah.
Two countries that have been and are best friends.
Absolutely.
There's some things going on right now that you know, Canada has now said it's elbows up, but their arms open, and they welcome all the Americans.
That's brilliant.
To Canada, and I'm sure things will work itself out, right?
You couldn't have put it any better, thank you. No, absolutely. And it will work itself out, right?
It will.
It will.
Yeah. No, because Americans and Canadians are best of friends.
Of course they
We're
are.
dealing with some political
And you have a
stuff
little
right
tiff
now.
now and again, it's no problem.
Yeah. Well, have you ever been in a marriage that didn't have a tiff? You know? And I think Canada and the United States have been married for quite some time, right?
Yeah. Still best buddies.
Yeah.
Boys, how was it? How was it?
Very good. You went around the trail.
Oh,
And then George put his finger in the thing again. And
I hardly drove. I want to drive again.
oh. See you later, Fred. Awesome. Isn't he lovely? He's awesome, isn't he? What a character. Huh? The pair of them, what a character. And we, the same age.
We are. The same vintage.
Right, same
It's
vintage.
perfect.
There it is.
Okay, so George, go around and head up to the barn.
So, Derek's directing, George is driving, Harry's in the back. We're all good on the health and safety, yeah? Whilst we were chatting, George mentioned that he'd never chopped wood before with an axe. So we all jumped on the ATV and headed to the house. We each grabbed some wood from the back of the ATV and made our way around the side of the house and to the porch at the back, where Derek showed them how it was done, and they both chopped some logs.
You want to go with the grain.
Yay! It is beautiful here, look at this. Fantastic.
So George, you just lit that wood and it's on the fire.
Fantastic. Well done, Georgie, look at that.
Georgie's 13 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just lit wood.
Oh, isn't it? Absolutely. We were losing light and George wanted just one more go taking the ATV out, so we retraced our steps from earlier and enjoyed one last run around the amazing Elliott Tree Farm here in Ontario, Canada. How is it, George?
Good.
Yeah? Best birthday ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even my birthday yet.
Right. We all fell in love with this place the minute we arrived and will return here for sure. But we still have one more day left here yet. Back at the van. Honestly, can you imagine 12 going on 13? When I said to George, is this the best stop of the trip? He said, this is the best stop ever. Can you imagine when you were 12, 13? I do. Look at them, boys and fire. It's been the best stop ever for them, it really has. Happy birthday, buddy. Can you believe this fella has turned 13 today? Yeah? So, we're going to jump in our Golf GTI, head into Toronto, and see if we can have some fun. A little wander around, CN Tower for lunch, and then maybe the arcades after that. Sound good?
Sound good.
Right, that's us all loaded up in the car and heading into Toronto for the day. Right, we found a parking spot in the multi-storey and Lynn's just taking a photo of the number plate in case we forget what car we got. Is that right?
We know it's a Golf. But I do that with every new car anyway, because I can never remember.
So, Old Town Toronto. You've got a mix of the old buildings, the small stuff in amongst the skyscrapers, but it's just not as condensed as New York. Similar feelings, but just not as condensed. Okay, first stop for us in Toronto is St. Lawrence Market, which was recommended by one of you guys. Seems to be fresh meats and fresh vegetables, food vendors here. We've got fresh fish and lots of different meats. And it's lunchtime and it is pretty packed in here. It seems to be the place to come for independent food vendors. This place is crazy, huh?
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
Fabulous. So many amazing things to see.
All right.
And it smells great as well.
And right here, Buster Sea Cove, famous for the lobster rolls. Good value too.
Oh, I love lobster rolls and I love Toronto, and this is lovely.
So that is St. Lawrence Market done. Thank you very much for the recommendation. The next recommendation is Birdsea Park Dog Fountain. Let's go and check that out. And here it is here. And it looks like a nice place to come and relax and chill out. But unfortunately, the fountain's not running today, look. But look at all the dogs. Hey, perfect. How cool is that? Oh look, we've even got a cat over here. That's pretty awesome, huh? Oh, there's a maple store there, look. Cool. Right, who needs the loo? McDonald's. And there is the Old Town Hall.
What a great building.
It's good, isn't it? You like old.
The shape of it reminds me of the Bradford Town Hall.
Right. There's a lot more history in this area, isn't there?
Oh yeah, especially from when the settlers first settled here, yeah.
Right, should we slowly make our way to the tower now?
Yes.
About a 20-25 minute walk, and we need to be there in like 45 minutes.
Fred recommended the old railway station as well, from when the steam trains came in.
Let's go
I think
find
they're
it.
on the way.
Some of the old buildings and the architecture is fantastic. Look, understand this is the old courthouse.
As we're walking around, there are lots of buildings that are just incredible to look at. There's even a black plaque telling me about the history of this fence, which was completed in 1867 to keep wandering animals out. Sounds like the courts.
There's another old church in amongst these massive buildings, and look in the background there, CN Tower. That's where we're heading.
I love Toronto. A great big concrete tower.
You going for a ride?
Yeah, different way to get around town.
Hey George, get in, I'll winch you up. Right, isn't it? Whoa. And we don't really need Google Maps to find the tower. There it is, right behind me.
We found a monument to workers who have died in the workplace over the last, over 100 years. The first one here was 1901. But it's heated, so I guess that even during winter, you can still see the memorial to these people.
Oh, right, yeah, melt any snow on it. Right, cool. And here we go. Look at that. Woo! It's going to take us 5 minutes to get to the top. Right, where do we find the stairs? That'll be the line for the normal people visiting, and right here, the 360 restaurant. Well, that was easy. She's got our booking, and she's just waved us through. Okay. This is perfect. And look at that view. Look, it's turning around. Look. I believe it takes 70 minutes to go all the way around. Let's see if I can set up a time lapse here. George, do you see we're turning? Look at that. Wow. Absolutely mind-blowing.
This is the most epic thing.
Look at that. And I've got a little time lapse going on here with that camera, so I'll be recording on my phone for the rest of the meal. This is just absolutely amazing. Look at the view out there. Oh, there's no better view of Toronto. Bon appetit. Enjoy, guys. Everyone's got their mains, and I must say the prime rib has been the most popular choice, eh, Georgie? That's what we've got. There we are. Bon appetit, guys. What are you finding funny?
First of all, the wine, but mainly Steve's time lapse has taken a frame every 2 seconds.
Yep.
I'm looking at him to double check. It'd be really funny if every 2 seconds it was one of the bars coming down the windows.
It wouldn't be funny, would it? No. Look how rosy you've gone because you've had wine. Eh? Don't try and cover it. Huh?
It's entirely the wine. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you very, very much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgie. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Go on, blow it out. Make a wish, Georgie. Hey. Oh yeah, you're that one for next week after.
Oh, stop trying to make it about you, Mum.
It's all about me.
It's all about you today, Georgie. There we go. Just an awesome meal. And Keith here looked after us fantastically. Hey, look at that view out there. So that's rotated about 1.5 times since we've been in here. There you go. Just over 70 minutes to rotate all the way around. Look at that. Okay, let's do it, guys.
Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it? Really nice.
It was. And now we're down in the lower level. All right?
Can we go round this one?
Yeah, there it is. Look at that, there it is. Like one of them slides that you hit in the capsule and then they push the button, you go whoosh. Whoa, that is scary. Yeah, press the button.
I had a dream last night.
What was that?
We're on this really high tower, standing on this see-through glass, and it just shatters.
Don't tell Harry. Okay, and we're all done. Fantastic. Next we headed across the road to the Rec Room, an airy, spacious mini chain for pub grub, craft beer, but more importantly is lots and lots of arcade games, pool tables, and plenty for the kids to do. I guess we'll leave them to and sit at the bar, right?
Absolutely. I only want a soft drink though.
And I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the car, pick it up in half hour.
All right.
Right, I've got a 20-minute walk back to the car, go and grab that, pay for parking, come back and pick them up, and hopefully they'll be done. So I just asked my glasses about a little bit more info about Toronto, and it said it's the largest city in Canada, fourth largest city in North America, and it's got loads of trees. I think it says it's got 12,000 trees or something. 1.2 million people. Fantastic. I do like it. I could come and spend a little more time here. But alas, we can't. We've got to move on in the morning. We're heading to Niagara on the lake in the morning. Okay, here's where I can't find the car. It's not on this level. Let's maybe go down a level. Oh. No? Go on there. I'm completely lost here. Hopefully this is the one that we're in. Ah, yes. Yeah, we're parked next to a Tesla. There we go. Our trusty little whip, our Golf GTI. Awesome. I'm parked right next to their arcades here, but I'm also right next to the CN Tower. I think I'll be alright here as long as I stay in the car. I mean, it is Sunday, late afternoon. And here they all come. Here, you have fun, guys?
Yeah, man.
Right, jump in. Right, I just topped the car up because it was pretty empty and I figured it'd be right to leave him with a full tank of fuel at least for lending us this, and we'll give him a drink. But listen to this. I've just put 50 litres in here and it's come to 59.04, which is 32 quid to fill the car. £32 to fill a Golf GTI with 50 litres of fuel. I love this country. Right, that's the Golf dropped back off, but he's got some toys on this farm, let me tell you. And there's one of his snowmobiles, look. Awesome. So we're back, and Derek's come and lent us the Kabuto again. Look at this. You're in your element on your birthday, huh?
I'm just an Uber driver, man.
Oh, you driving them around, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll drop you a message when I'm picking up, yeah?
Right, where to?
There you go. Right, go easy. Awesome fire. That is a rip-roaring fire, Georgie. Fantastic. Been enjoying this last few days, yeah?
Yeah.
Your favourite? Mate, it's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We couldn't have done more for you, mate.
And I hope to see you guys here. I hope to see you guys on your home tour.
Right, this has been the most perfect 3 days for George and all of us. So a huge thanks to Fred, Derek and Maggie for making this stop so special for us.
It's been wonderful. Really enjoyed every moment here.
Put all the details down below in the description.
And we'll see you next time from Niagara.